Ducks are generally fairly straightforward to identify. The males are often stunningly coloured, and the birds are easy to see well, and they're frequently approachable. The so-called dabbling ducks are amongst the most colourful. These are the familiar ducks that upend or dabble for underwater food, and rarely, if ever, dive fully, except perhaps when bathing. The ubiquitous mallard is one of this group. However, the females are somewhat more challenging to identify. Obviously, the simplest way, when in pairs as they so often are, is to assume that a brown female duck with, for instance, a male mallard is indeed a female mallard. Problems arise when females are seen in isolation or in a mixed group, and assuming a female with a male is of the same species is usually a safe bet, but not always 100% of the time. We will use mallard as our default species, but in this workshop we will also be looking at female gadwall, pintail, teal and shoveler. So let's start with the familiar mallard. As with all of these female ducks, they are predominantly brown, with the feathers being a buffish colour with a darker chevron patterning. The markings are much finer on the chest and head. On the water, the chest appears a rich ochre colour, and the head likewise has an ochre ground colour. There are two key features that will help us to clinch the ID as mallard. The first of these is the speculum. That's the brightly coloured metallic patch in the wings of many ducks. In mallard, the speculum is a clear blue, and it's evenly bordered on both sides with white. The speculum is often visible on swimming birds, but will be immediately visible in a preening bird. This feature will also be clear in close-by flying birds. Mallards often seem to readjust their wings when swimming or standing, and the speculum may well be revealed then if it had previously been hidden. Secondly, is the bill markings. Female mallards have orangey bills with dark blotchy markings on the top. This pattern varies between individuals, with some having no orange and others only a little bit at the tip and base, and yet others with more orange, although invariably with uneven blobby distribution. This feature is important when separating mallard from the following species, gadwall. Less common than mallard, gadwall are found across the country, although patchily, with higher densities in South East England, Lough Neagh and Western Ireland, North Wales and the Gower, and the Orkneys and Hebrides. Superficially they are similar to mallards, and female gadwalls can be tricky, especially if you are not overly familiar with them. The jizz is different, being a smaller, slighter bird and with a squarer head, but without direct comparison this is subtle. The plumage is broadly similar, but the ground colour is usually paler, giving an overall greyer appearance. There is no blue speculum. Most females show a clean white patch in the same place on the wing, however. If the bird is seen out of the water, she will have a white unmarked belly, and the markings on the bill are distinctive and characteristic. They share the orangey yellow tones with dark markings of a mallard, but in gadwall the bill appears all dark with neat orange stripes down the side. In flight the white belly will be obvious, and the wings will show that small white square right up against the body. Sometimes this is tiny or virtually absent, but never as two white stripes bordering the speculum as on mallard. The next most similar female duck is teal. One feature that should easily separate this species alone is its size. They're only about 2/3 of the size of a mallard, and teal is by far our smallest duck. They are dinky and elegant, and teal can usually be found lurking around the edges of water bodies. If seen well, the speculum is vivid green, and, usefully, there is a small white flash on either side of the body, just below and alongside the tail, which can be surprisingly prominent. Pintail is a much scarcer species, a rare breeder, but more frequent in winter when it can be found usually in small numbers across much of the country, although less frequently in Ireland. A similar size to mallard, pintail females are much paler and a colder greyish colour. It is an elegant bird with a neat head and long bill. Crucially, although they lack the long tail of the males, female pintails still have an elongated, sharp tail which extends noticeably beyond the wingtips. Finally, and very briefly, is shoveler. Another bird that can be found across the whole country. We could go into the details of the colour of the speculum, the various colours of the feathers, but with shoveler, the one feature that you need to see is the beak. It is so different from all the other ducks that really there should be no problem in identifying a female shoveler, even if seen in isolation. We have briefly covered a number of species in this workshop. At first glimpse they can appear very similar, but they are usually straightforward to identify with a little care. Familiarity with these species, however, the most common dabbling ducks, will stand you in good stead for picking out one of the rarer species. We will be looking at separating female teal and gargany, for instance, in a future workshop.